He's in the director's box with... So is Rush, I gather. Jim Smith will be on the front row of the director's box. He'll be... No, leave it there, leave the shot. He's going to come on the end seat. That's the chairman there. He'll come up outside the fella in the empty seat in a minute. And Rush is at the third row back. I presume so. They're going to kick off now anyway. In 11 visits to Anfield in the league, Queen's Park Rangers have lost 10 and drawn 1. But they did have a good result here in the League Cup semi-final a couple of seasons ago. And a draw today would make sure they stay top. Liverpool, in red, have to win to overtake them. Here's John Byrne. Referee today is Ron Bridges from D-side. Happens to be a family friend of Ian Rush's relatives, and Ian Rush's name already echoing from the Kop. There's Brock. Bannister. So Queen's Park Rangers start the match on the attack and force a corner. Brock will take it, and MacDonald will go forward. So will Fenwick. Short to Byrne. That's Beardsley back there. Brock, Byrne, Dawes, square to Allen. Fenwick. Back again to Neil. Craig Johnston for Liverpool. Parker. Here's Gillespie. Venison. McMahon. Whelan. Allen. Free kick. Referee's blown. He's blown. Allen hasn't heard him. And thought he'd score for a split second, but the whistle went a long time ago for a free kick to Liverpool in the centre circle, but Allen first won the ball. Hansen. Barnes. Parker. Dawes. There goes Coney with Hansen. Really unselfish worker, Dean Coney. And they're picking up man for man. MacDonald has gone over with Aldridge to the far side. Parker staying close to Beardsley. Now can Liverpool unlock the system? They might here. McMahon! Well, the reason it happened was that Beardsley got the better of his man marker. He just edged ahead of Parker to the ball, and McMahon saw his chance to come through from midfield. And this time Parker ahead of Beardsley, who fouled him. Side. Brock, Dawes. McMahon to Johnston. And Venison's made a surging run down the right. There are 4 coming up with him. Good ball from Johnston initially. This is Bannister for Rangers. Here's McMahon. Both teams using the flanks early on, spreading the play out. Neil. Coney. Well played. Byrne. Yes, away from Hansen. Bannister's a long way away from him. He's the only other man up. The others are coming now. Neil. This is Steve Nicol, left back. Beardsley. Here's Dean Coney. Allen. Neil. Parker. Fennick. They certainly play the ball around with some measure of confidence, QPR. That was McDonald hitting the long one for Bannister. Was Beardsley, Aldridge, and Fennick. Now Brock, Dawes. Whelan got the header back. Could be dangerous. Beardsley, Aldridge, and QPR got away with an error. McDonald misjudged the cross from Beardsley. It went over his head, and Aldridge seemed taken by surprise. Byrne. Coney up with Grobbelaar. Now Brock for Rangers. McDonald. Barnes. Neil. McMahon was really well played, and so was that. Parker hard in on Beardsley. Bannister. What a good effort by Gary Bannister. And Grobbelaar was forced to tip that ball over. McDonald in the near post positions. Fenwick by the penalty spot. Well, already plenty of attacking football for this large Anfield crowd. McMahon for Liverpool. McDonald won it. Allen. Whelan. Barnes. And now Hansen. Whelan had spread to the left. Allen. Brock. Bannister. 10 minutes gone, and QPR certainly having as much of the play as Liverpool so far. This is Byrne. And now Neal. And Byrne again. And now Brock. And Bannister to Dawes. Referee played an advantage there. This is Johnston. Here's Gillespie. Beardsley starts a run, Parker is with him. Neal on for Coney, Byrne and Bannister waiting in the centre. Neal again. Dawes coming in. Enterprising football by Queen's Park Rangers, the two fullbacks involved in the attack. Parker. Neal. That last attack, the right-back Warren Neal got right down to the goal line to cross the ball, and the man who came in for the header was his partner on the far side, Dawes. So Rangers taking the game to Liverpool when they can. But here's Beardsley. Aldridge, McDonald away. Benison. Gillespie. Whelan. A lot of red shirts forward here. McMahon. Barnes. And still. Parker away. McMahon. Really got the Liverpool fans on his side very early on, John Barnes, after his transfer here. That was Hansen. This is Brock, and now it's Beardsley. Good challenge. Johnston to his right, going through the centre. And still Johnston, great run. Oh, what a good goal! But no, not given. The referee has pulled the play back. He had already blown, and he's explaining that to the Liverpool players. He had already blown for a foul as that move built up, and the whistle was lost in the din. Johnston ran on to score what he thought was a fine individual goal, but Ron Bridges had already blown, and ironically it was in Liverpool's favour. The offence was by a Rangers player as the move built up. So it's a free kick, not a goal. And Barnes takes the free kick. And Nicol, Gillespie. Burns touch. And still Burns. Cheering, but when a referee makes a decision, he can either be lucky or unlucky with the advantage. He may wish now he'd let play go on, but it was too late. The unlucky man was Craig Johnston, who hasn't scored this season, and thought he'd done so then. Johnston. Allen. Well, what an exciting opening we've had here. Attacking football from both sides. The ball in the net, but the score still 0-0. Nicol, Barnes. Oh, good run by John Barnes. It ran behind Nicol. Hansen. McMahon to his right, Gillespie. Beardsley. Barnes, given away by Parker there, really. Nicol. Oh, good cross. Gillespie's up there. Hansen. And now Whelan. There are shots coming in and crosses from just about everywhere just at the moment, mainly from Liverpool. Coney, good header, Bannister. And coolly done by Hansen. Venison. Johnston, Venison again, same exchange, foul. Dawes on Johnston. Quickly taken, Whelan. Forward by Venison, if Whelan can get to it. He did, Aldridge! It's still loose, Beardsley's there, Aldridge surely! And Whelan couldn't get it, and it's a corner. But this is what we want to see. Goal-mouth incident that's really got the crowd going, and Aldridge wonders how they couldn't force that into the net. It's a corner to be taken by Barnes. Parker's header. And then Dawes. Johnston. That's the goalkeepers. Dawes. Coney. Rangers showing they can play a bit. Here's Brock. Offside, Warren Neal. Here's Beardsley. Coney. Byrne. Neal. That was McDonald. Aldridge to Venison. This match is so quick. Gillespie. And Ian Rush in the stand must appreciate that. Away by Neal. Whelan. Beardsley. And here's Byrne. Foul by Barnes. Well, Rangers have survived a tricky 5 minutes or so there. They've now got a chance to attack. McDonald is up on the far side. Coney is behind him. There's McDonald. Good ball by McDonald to Byrne, but McMahon got a foot in. Whelan's pass. Well, Jim Smith, the Rangers manager, next to his new chairman David Bulstrode there. Jim Smith's birthday today, and his team have made, in many ways, a promising start here. Few attacks, and they've kept Liverpool out. There's a long way to go, as he knows. Free kick for the elbows. Here's Barnes. Rangers gathering around the man on the ball, trying to crowd him, forcing Liverpool to go back. But Liverpool have got everybody forward. Hansen, Gillespie, McMahon. And it was a good header by McDonald away from Aldridge. Nicely done, Nicholas Whelan. Barnes. Whelan halfway through the first half. Liverpool 0, QPR 0. Little shove by Dawes on Craig Johnston. McMahon takes it. Gillespie's forward. Goal kick. Venison. Beardsley. It's so tight, that man-to-man marking, and Parker on Beardsley is staying absolutely shirt tight. Barnes flick. Foul by McMahon on Brock. Allen. Forward by Fennick. It's going to come out to Neal. Brock. Fennick. Bit of space there. Brock again. Byrne. This is Barnes. McMahon. Out on the right is Johnston. Beardsley. Johnston. And it was Neal. And then Dawes. Venison to Aldridge. Shoved by McDonald. Johnston's cross. Neal's header. Whelan, Venison, Johnston. Parker's header out. While Liverpool have still to solve the puzzle of the Rangers' defensive system, but they're coming at them all the time. Gillespie. Johnston went down. Linesmen this afternoon, Graham Racy and Jeff Riddick, both of Warrington. Venison. And sliced by Martin Allen. And David Seaman forced to make a quite unexpected save. Not a terribly difficult one by his standards, but it's a corner to Liverpool. Barnes to Nicol, Beardsley coming short, and Gillespie couldn't reach it, and neither could Whelan. Only one defeat for Queen's Park Rangers so far in the First Division since they signed Coney, and that was at Oxford. Liverpool, who are undefeated. So you have the feeling something's got to give here, but just what and when, we wait and see. Allen. Fennick to Parker. Oof. Brock. Dawes. Bannister and Johnston. Foul by Venison on Bannister. Fennick with the free kick. Dawes. He's got round Johnston. And got his cross as far as Gillespie. Dawes again. This is Brock. Bannister. It's gone so far across, it'll be retrieved by Coney. Neal. Foul by Hansen. Coney was waiting at the back. Here's Parker. Well, there's one thing you've got to say already about Rangers. They haven't come here just to defend. This is Gillespie. Aiming at Nicol. It got there too. Here comes Barnes. Good strike! And Seaman just hung on. He had to hang on because any rebound would have been snapped up from John Barnes' original shot. Collected that from Beardsley, and then Whelan saw Venison. Johnston's just inside. Aldridge near post. And three defenders somehow got the ball out. A couple of ricochets. Here's Gillespie. The sun's just come out. And here's Hansen. Well, the first half hour of this match completely in keeping with its billing as a top-of-the-table encounter. Some very good football to admire. Venison to Johnston. And Beardsley working away there until he was fouled by Parker. Free kick for Liverpool. Ian Dawes is the player being spoken to by the referee. Well, that's easy for the goalkeeper. And Hansen waving angrily at Johnston for the poor delivery. Or rather, putting it where there were no red shirts. Here's Neal. Byrne. Oh, good running by Coney. He stayed onside. Aldridge pulling away from McDonald here, but he couldn't reach the pass. Well, Liverpool have scored 24 goals in their 8 league matches prior to this one, average of 3 a game. So Rangers will feel that the first half here has so far been a satisfactory one from their point of view. Whelan. Every Rangers player is back behind the ball. Every Liverpool player is looking to go forward. Johnston. Ten minutes left in the first half. Whelan. Good drive, and again the goalkeeper was behind it. They're certainly firing them in at David Seaman. Venison. Whelan. Oh, it's come off Allen. Volleyed in by Johnston, but Bannister will get to that. McMahon. Hansen. Nicol trying to get goal side of Bannister. Seven goals, remember, this season from Steve Nicol. Nicol. Gillespie. Aldridge. Neil not quite sure who was behind. In fact, it was Nicol. That's his cross. And Johnston. Corner's been given. Fenwick protesting about that decision, but the corner it is. Barnes to take it. Parker's header out, a firm one too. Whelan. McMahon to Venison. Gillespie. Here's Neil. He's got 3 up with him. Coney. Here's Hansen. Nicol to McMahon. McDonald got a foot in. That's what Rangers are very good at. They're crowding around the ball. Here's Byrne, and they can break out here with Bannister. Brock. Neil. And Bannister's closing in here as well. Very compact performance by Queen's Park Rangers. They've grouped well in defence, and they've broken out intelligently into attack at times. All a bit angry there, John Aldridge and Martin Allen. Here's Whelan, Barnes. Now this is a dangerous period, 5 minutes before half-time. Nickel. Aldridge up. That was McMahon opening out the play. Venison. Whelan running strongly in the inside right channel. Aldridge pulling away at the far post. He got away from McDonald for a split second. Found Barnes. Barnes cross. Oh, Greg Johnston! Johnston scores, and this time it counts. From Barnes' cross. And Liverpool take the lead. 3 minutes before half-time. The Rangers' fortress finally broken. Barnes getting away, and he's so good in those tight positions. The cross, a nightmare for a defence, hard and low, and Johnston rammed it in for his first goal of the season. For Beardsley. Well, Liverpool's goals are coming from all positions this season. A new dimension to their play, particularly on the left wing with John Barnes since his arrival from Watford. Stays like this, Liverpool do go top of the league. Here's McMahon. And that's searching for Johnston again. It went past Dawes. They're queuing up in the middle. Still Johnston. Side netting. Corner, he says. Did Seaman touch it? Referee and linesman say no. Neil. Coney blocked a bit by Venison, I would have thought. The referee said it's the other way. Johnston. Here's Fennick. And Bannister is offside. Forward by Whelan, that's going nowhere. Well, it was Craig Johnston's goal, only the 6th that Rangers have conceded this season in the league, that put Liverpool ahead after David Seaman had stopped most of what had been thrown at him before then. But it was a good first half, high on technical quality, as would befit a match between the first and second teams in the table. Liverpool 1, QPR 0. Really is boom time again as far as crowds are concerned at Anfield so far this season. They started late here because the sewers beneath the Kop there were being repaired, but once the matches began, they flocked into the ground, and today it was full by about 2:20. That's got to be good for football. The Rangers haven't changed the man-to-man marking at the start of the second half. Despite going a goal down, they'll stick with their normal pattern of play. Here's Hansen. Nickel. Good cross. Johnston fell. Beardsley back to McMahon. Here's Johnston. And still, Parker concedes the corner. Played short, Johnston again. Parker. Ian Rush takes his seat, just in time to see Liverpool start to build another attack. Here's Ronnie Whelan. Venison. Whelan. McMahon to Hansen. And still Hansen and Parker. And once more. Rangers pin back the opening of the second half. McMahon now looks for Nickel. Good ball. And Barnes. Well, in pulling everybody back, Rangers can only just clear and then regroup as Liverpool retrieve the ball. Barnes again. This time it's a foul by Martin Allen. Nickel. Hansen. Well, that was running on in the end for Beardsley. But at last, Rangers will get possession by a roundabout route. This is Brock. Nice ball by Fenwick. Now Byrne. Bannister. It might run on for Byrne if he can get ahead of Hansen. Well, he's gone down. Referee says play on. Neal's in support. And so is Dawes there. Good save by Grobbelaar. Ian Dawes met that full on the volley. It was an excellent save by the Liverpool goalkeeper. But it's worth making the point again that the cross from which Dawes struck for goal came from the other fullback. Neal. Venison looks for McMahon. Johnston. McMahon. Venison. Oh, it's going out. Dean Coney against Hansen. Well, the Rangers supporters in that corner of the ground there, giving their team every encouragement here. Paul Parker to take the throw. He's looking there for Coney, and it was away by Hansen. Free kick this time. Now it's Brock to Byrne. Now Fenwick. Bannister well forward. Coney's in there. And Allen closing in on Nicol. Useful spell this for Rangers. They've got Liverpool pinned back for a few minutes. It's a question of whether they can make it count. Parker with the throw again. McDonald, Allen, good block by McMahon. It's come out to Fenwick. That was climbing by Nicol. There's 4 in the wall and there are 3 round the ball. Brock. There he is again. Crowded out this time. Johnston. Barnes. Looks at the referee. Not given. Allen. Brock. Now Dawes and Fenwick. Byrne. It's a good run by John Byrne, and Coney was on the wrong foot to really latch onto the pass. Otherwise, they were clean through, thanks to Byrne's approach work there. And it spurred Liverpool into action with McMahon. Beardsley. Barnes. Out to Johnston. Johnston's shot. Well, Liverpool have had plenty of shots, but Queen's Park Rangers, when they've attacked, have shown that the sweeper system need not be defensive, because their two fullbacks, Warren Neal on the right, has supplied two good crosses, and the man on the other end of them has been Ian Dawes, the left-back. Aldridge. It's a good ball by Fenwick. Allen. Now can Bannister stay onside? This is Brock. Neal. Neal and Nicol. Goal kick given. Byrne. Forward by McDonald, but Coney won't reach that. Not unless Grobbelaar gives it to him. There's not much danger of that. Beardsley. Johnston. Gillespie. And it's Neal. Here's Whelan. Nicol. Barnes. Sign that football is back on its feet is the tremendous backing inside the ground today from the two sets of fans in the best possible way. The Kop with their legendary reputation for fair play behind Liverpool all the way, and at the other end, tremendous away support today for Queen's Park Rangers, which hasn't always been of quite such volume in the past. Here's Barnes. We had 3 round in there, but Beardsley seems to have won it back. Barnes again. It was Neal in the end who blocked him. Free kick. Liverpool have pushed Gillespie into the area again. Headed out by Parker, only as far as Nicol. Barnes again. And it's Gillespie. Still. Nickel. Johnston. Aldridge. Well, he hasn't scored so far today. Will Rangers be the first club to prevent him doing so in a league game that he started for Liverpool? Byrne. Appeals for handball against McMahon, or does it hit me in the face? This is Allen for Rangers. Now Brock. Back again to Allen. And McDonald, and surely offside. I think there's an offside there. McDonald and Coney were both ahead of the defence. So, 1 hour's play has gone. Liverpool lead 1-0. Here's Hansen. Barnes. Whelan. And again, Parker stays close to Beardsley, breaks up the attack. Finds Neil. But what Rangers can't find at the moment is their front men with the long pass. Better when they're building it up through midfield, which they've tried to do. Here's Johnston. Oh, this is Brock. Free kick, foul by Aldridge behind him. In fact, they used to be Oxford United colleagues, those two. Brock on the ball now. Fennick. No, Hansen read it. Well, just a bit bogged down at the moment compared to the first half. Here's Barnes. Rangers funneling back, making Liverpool pick their moment, forcing them to delay. Gillespie. Whelan. McMahon. Well, it's a stalemate just at present. Rangers are just pulling everybody back and Liverpool are pushing the ball around, and there's not much action. Gillespie now. Beardsley. Parker got it away. Oh, it wasn't quite for long, was it? Crowd confirmed as being just under 44,000. And they're wondering whether Liverpool can give themselves distance with a second goal. Here's Barnes. Not if Parker has his way. He's doing a stout job back there. Nicol. Aldridge dummied. No, the whistle's gone on that far side. There was collision between Martin Allen and Steve Nicol. Allen is the player who's gone down, but it's a Liverpool free kick. Warren Neal protesting. But it's a lonely life for defenders in front of the Kop when Liverpool are attacking. And it's also a testing time for them. Barnes with the kick. Handball, was it? It appears in there. A penalty's been given. A penalty has been given. Well, did an arm go up there? The referee has given a penalty, and Rangers protest, and this really goes back to the morning paper debate when Jim Smith said that an awful lot of penalties get given for Liverpool at Anfield. Kenny Dalglish replied and said, well, the ball's in the penalty area a lot. It was certainly in the air there. There was a shout for hands, and a penalty has been given, and Aldridge has a chance to maintain this remarkable sequence of his. And he drives it into the top corner, even though Seaman went the right way. And that's 11 league games that Aldridge has started for Liverpool. And the Kop are pleased to report that he's scored in every one. That's his 7th penalty of the season, though, out of 12 goals. And Jim Smith may have comments to pass about that afterwards, we shall see. His team are 2 goals down. And that really has given Liverpool the breathing space they would have wanted in this match. In by Brock. And Burns in there. Oh, goodness me, that was Craig Johnston, I think. Well, this is a quite extraordinary couple of minutes. Here's Dawes. Oh, a slice by Gillespie. Fenwick coming in. Rangers have just got to go forward now. There's no other policy. And Fenwick pushes Beardsley. Burn. Brock. Right. Allen out to Neal. Ball's out. Halfway through the second half, 2-0 to Liverpool. McMahon. Henderson, McMahon again. Here's Dawes. Here's Brock. Fennick. There he is again. And Grobbelaar. Oh, he's lost it. In comes Neil, and Hansen blocks the shot. Bannister puts it in again. Rangers still going for it. Free kick the other way. The sun is shining in Bruce Grobbelaar's eyes in this second half, and it's quite bright actually. And he made his first mistake there, but it was quickly covered up. My impression was that it was the Queen's Park Rangers captain, Terry Fennick, who was penalised for handball on that penalty incident, and if he was, well, it may have actually cost his team any hope of coming back into the match. Good run by Brock, but Hansen seems to be commanding things back there, and indeed further forward at times. Barnes to his left. Whelan. Here's McMahon. And now Barry Venison. Oh, no, Beardsley had to run. Here's Dawes. Oh, and Beardsley has caught Parker very late. Now this has caused Rangers to gather round. Johnston is pulling Beardsley away. Brock and Fennick have both protested to the referee. David Butler, the Rangers physio, attending to Paul Parker. Well, a thoughtful Jim Smith has got his two substitutes warming up just in case, because one of them is a defender in case Parker couldn't continue. Well, if you want to put another interpretation on Aldridge's record, you can say that Liverpool have not yet lost a match, which he has started, which is another version of the old Ian Rush statistic, and one man watching the other here this afternoon. This is Byrne. Dawes. Hansen heads it out. And Fennick floating it back in. Neil closing. Nicol. Byrne. Still loose. Bannister with the curler. Well, they may be 2 down, but Queen's Park Rangers have made a decent contribution to this match. And Bannister, who had one thundering shot turned over in the first half, was near there with that curler in the second. Here's Allen. Byrne. Allen again. Now, can he pull this back? Dawes! And the fullbacks seem to be on the end of most of what Queen's Park Rangers have created. Here's Johnston. Foul by Brock. Well, this is worth making a point about with the sweeper system, that when Ian Dawes has 3 goal attempts in one game, which he has had, it shows that the fullbacks get more freedom when the central defenders are playing the way they are for Rangers. Here's Barnes. Whelan. Oh, Fenwick just losing his poise there. The ball had gone, and Queen's Park Rangers concede what I have to say is a rather needless free kick. The 20th free kick, and it's played square to McMahon. And Fenwick and McMahon just had a little tussle there as the shot was delivered. There's a slight edge to the match now, following that second Liverpool goal. And Queen's Park Rangers, who adopted the sweeper system, are now going to make a change anyway, because 2 substitutes coming on. This is also a continental idea, really. The 2 subs coming on. Coney has come off. So too has Neil, and the 2 men who've gone on are number 14, Gavin Maguire, who will go to right back, and number 12, David Pisanti, a new name in First Division football. More of him in a second. He's on the ball now, or challenging Barry Venison. This is the Israeli international who Rangers signed from Cologne in the Bundesliga at the start of the season. He had to wait a month for a work permit. He's 25, left-sided player. Nickel. Beardsley. And now Johnston. Oh, Byrne wanting a long time to clear that. He dwelt on it too long. Barnes. And Barnes again. 3. Barnes the scorer after a very good 1-2 with John Aldridge. But the man who takes the blame, really, Brendan Gilmani saying it, John Byrne, who got caught in possession 20 yards out. The ball was moved around quickly. Barnes to Aldridge, back to Barnes, and that's a great finish. 78 minutes gone. Liverpool 3, Queen's Park Rangers 0, and Liverpool are going back to the top of the First Division, having played 2 games fewer than their rivals. Kenny Dalglish's team exerting their superiority in the second half. Well, the cop saying easy. It may be now, it wasn't for a long time. And Jim Smith's hopes of celebrating his birthday with a good result here for Rangers seem to have disappeared. But what about John Barnes? He made the first goal. And having scored twice for England on Wednesday, he scores the third for Liverpool today. Kazanti. 10 minutes to go. Kazanti for QPR. This is Kazanti's first appearance in English League football, and he's gained a free kick there. Both goalkeepers have distinguished themselves with their shot stopping today. David Seaman, though, beaten 3 times through no fault of his own. Whelan. Brock. Barnes. And now McMahon. Nicol. Only the second time this season that the Rangers' defence has been breached more than once in a game. Oxford put 2 past them. Liverpool have scored 3. And Liverpool have taken their own total to 27 in 9 games. That's even if they don't score again today, so that's an average of precisely 3 a match. Very, very good strike rate by the team who tonight will be the new league leaders. Allen. Fennick. MacDonald. Way out right is Allen. Byrne. Brock. Allen. Well, the linesman's flagging, but it's to Liverpool. And Allen has got involved in a tussle with Gary Gillespie. Allen retaliated for what he thought was an unfair challenge. And you can see what he felt about it. Gillespie went in first, Allen retaliated, and the referee must speak to both players. But he ends with a handshake. Barnes. Won it. He won it from Brock. He's got Beardsley going to his left, but still Barnes. That's a fabulous individual goal. A brilliant goal by John Barnes to grace this sort of occasion and this fine stadium and this successful club. He won the ball from Kevin Brock, and my word, how he punished him. Ran on, tripped them, jinked his way through, and finished in fine style. No wonder he's become such a favourite with the Kop already. Just listen to them. The game now is well won. Liverpool are 4-0 up, and they're going to give their two substitutes a run. McMahon. What a week he's had. 2 for England and now 2 for Liverpool. Double substitution. Coming off, Steve McMahon and Craig Johnston. Coming on, what about this? Mark Lawrenson and Paul Walsh. And how many other clubs could bring players like that on as substitutes and still have the likes of John Walk and Nigel Spackman and Jan Molby in reserve? Testament to Liverpool's huge resources. And here's Byrne, the flag's up. The flag's up. Kenny Dalglish's team then, back on top of the First Division, having played 2 games less, and their goals total mounting all the time, 28 in 9 games. Well, Paul Walsh can't get in the side. But when they're playing like this, you can't expect the manager to change it. Bannister, handball. Just a couple of minutes left here at Anfield, and Queen's Park Rangers, not the first club to find that early season promise can crumble a little when you come to Anfield. Byrne. Allen. Lawrenson. Here's Nicol. Well, they're queuing up in the centre again, looking for number 5 here. Barnes. Oh, that's a good ball. Or no, he's offside. One of the great individual talents of the English game. Now it would appear harnessed into a really first-rate unit, and the marriage between John Barnes and Liverpool is, it would appear, being cemented as match follows match. Bannister. Byrne is running on here. This is Byrne. Oh, Grobbelaar saved it. Bannister. Grobbelaar saved again. Well, the first chance was a good one. It fell first to Byrne, but Grobbelaar stopped that, and then he was quick to close down Bannister. And presumably keep his clean sheet. That's exactly what he has done. Because with Ian Rush, an admiring spectator, Liverpool have shown that with John Barnes in the side, they've adjusted and widened their game. John Aldridge keeps up the scoring sequence. Barnes got 2. And Queen's Park Rangers find that their early season hopes have been somewhat dashed, certainly on this day, by a formidable Liverpool side. They're not the first team to feel the effects of that coming to Anfield. Liverpool go back to the top of the First Division, and the question remains in football tonight, who are going to be the first team, if there is a team, to stop them?